Now moving to fight number 4, it is brought to you by Evolution Screen Printing. Introducing first, out of the red corner, Dwayne Thaggard. So Dwayne Thaggard got a lot of support in the building here tonight. The crowd obviously a fan of this young man and very excited to see what he looks like tonight in his first walk to the cage, as we see the star-studded corner lineup as well. Damien Brown, Aaron at Blackie, both of them ready to help their pupil guide him to his first victory inside the cage.
Yes, obviously he's not lacking in experience in his corner. He's got the guys that you'd want to have if you're making the walk into the MMA cage. So I'm actually excited for this fight. You know, the bantamweight weight class more often than not produces fireworks. So I expect these boys are going to be continuing that trend.
I don't think you can underestimate having that experience in your corner ever. I know that just the confidence that someone that's been competing at that level can bring to you when you're stepping into a cage. It really can play. I think we were talking earlier about how it's about 90% mental and 10% luck, the old fighting game, and really having that sort of I guess that mental stability, having a really good corner that can tell you the right things at the right time and has that level of experience can really help.
Dwayne seems composed. He seems relaxed. He seems like he's going through the motions in his head like all fighters do before they get in there. So I'm expecting that he's going to look to showcase a well-rounded game when he steps in that cage tonight.
So originally hailing from West Auckland, New Zealand, an accountant by trade, and obviously getting his work done after hours there with the team at Base Training Centre in Brisbane. So Dwayne Thaggard makes his walk into the cage for the first time in his MMA career.
We may see a precise and mathematical approach.
And introducing his opponent out of the blue corner, Andrew the Highlander Welsh.
Describe himself as explosive and technical. These are good things.
Very good things when it comes to a fight.
So here we have a man that is well known to the Coastal Combat audience. It is none other than Andrew the Highlander Welsh. We spoke previously, gentlemen, about the changes that he has made inside his camp, and Justin, you touched on the fact that it has been not just technical but mental as well. And of course his chief cornerman there, Mr. Nathan Chubbs O'Connor, the head coach at Rhino MMA up in Yeppoon.
I have cornered against this young gentleman in the past. One of my lads, Liam, fought him a long time ago, and we were very concerned about his striking. We really felt like his kickboxing would be something we would really have to watch out for.
Yeah, 100%. You know, Andrew's a very talented kid. I've been fortunate enough to train with him, in multiple occasions. And, it's the technical ability, as I touched on before, it's all there in every area, the striking, the grappling, the wrestling. So I'm excited to see him put it together. And like we said before, he's looking to get that first win, and tonight might be the night that he gets that elusive W.
So the boy's shaking his hands as he makes the walk in. And of course, some familiar faces there, Rory Urquhart, Hayden Buckman we'll see later tonight, and it looks also like Deegan McGurran. So very happy to have the Rhino MMA team back here at Coastal Combat 8. I believe they haven't missed a show since they first came on at Coastal Combat 2, and obviously an affiliation program now with Joel Zepasvari and the team at Combat Lab. So Joel giving them a hand with their jiu-jitsu.
And you can almost see on Andrew, if you're looking at him now, he's cage side, he's about to make that transition through the doors and get inside there, looking very calm, very relaxed, showing the experience of having been in there on 3 separate occasions before.
He does look very focused. Definitely playing it up for the camera.
So ladies and gentlemen, fight number 4 this evening is a catchweight bout contested at 63 kilos over 3 3-minute rounds. And introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, he weighed in at 62.9 kilos and trains out of Base Training Centre. Tonight he makes his MMA debut. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dwayne Thaggard. And his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner, he weighed in at 62 kilos even and trains out of Rhino MMA, making his third appearance in the cage tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Andrew, the Highlander Welsh. When the action begins, your referee in charge, Thomas Churchill.
No touching gloves. Getting into it. The focus. Nice.
Both boys already looking to be creative in their striking.
Nice drive.
So very impressed already with the way that Dwayne Thaggard looks on his feet. I mean, had some really nice flow to those strikes that he did throw early. Obviously, that spinning attempt from Andrew the Highlander Welsh, what the Coastal Combat fans have come to expect from him. Very exciting in his shot selection as we see him looking to take the back here, potentially, if he can clear that arm. A real swagger about Dwayne Thaggard here in the early stages.
He is very composed. Nice liver kick there.
We can see a great patience from him there, and even engaging in the grappling, he's listening to his corner with Aaron Blackie there, you know, a very experienced grappler in his own right, judo black belt, jiu-jitsu black belt. So I feel like Dwayne's got the confidence wherever this fight goes.
So looking to drive to the fence here is the Highlander. So very technical fence scrambling already from these two fighters. Nice kick to the body on the exit from the Highlander.
He's walking him down though.
And he's showing no hesitation, even in the fact that the Highlander's in that southpaw stance, as we see him land again with success. You see both boys trying to make adjustments on the cage.
Nice combo there from Andrew.
That right hand, really the weapon of choice here for Dwayne Thaggard as it lands clean again. Andrew Welsh, though, looking largely unfazed, despite the power coming back at him. Beautiful inside low kick, looked like that hit the inside of the knee.
It's a really effective tool against the southpaw.
I'd like to see some more volume from Andrew. I feel like he's throwing them single shots and he's being countered.
The Highlander is in trouble here. Oh, big right.
Oh, nice.
Big right hook floors Dwayne Thaggard.
Both boys are a bit out on their feet right now. Both boys looking to make adjustments.
Who can bring the composure together quicker?
30 seconds to go in what has been a fantastic opening round between these two.
I'd like to see both boys break and strike. They're both finding success. I feel like both guys here are sort of giving each other a break when there could be a potential finish right around the corner.
Potential Kimura here. Will they get the hands together or not? Don't think he's got enough time to finish it. You never know though. Into the triangle.
And there we have the end of the first stanza, gents. And, well, that was fantastic, wasn't it? Some really clean striking on display from both fighters there. Pretty tricky round to score. I mean, on the totality of the work, you'd probably say Dwayne Thaggard landed the more effective shots in total. But, of course, we did see the low knockdown coming from Andrew Welsh.
Yeah, both boys were finding success on the feet. Both boys were happy to engage in the clinching and the grappling, you know, against the cage. We saw Dwayne land that big takedown at the end of the round, but we saw Andrew immediately transition looking for a submission. So I feel like when this fight hits the ground, we're going to see both boys still looking to get a finish from every possible angle.
One thing about the Rhino MMA fighters that you really do notice, a common theme across them, is that very opportunistic with their grappling. They will be looking for submissions from awkward and unusual positions, and it can often make for a bit of a nightmare for their opponents. So as our referee, Thomas Churchill, clears the cage, we're going to look to get going here, round number 2, the fourth fight of the night. If you are just joining us, thank you for tuning in. My name's Daniel Maudsley. I'm joined in the booth with Simon Crowe and the Coastal Combat Featherweight Champion, Justin Van Heerden. Boys, they are right back to it.
I think both boys knew that they had each other hurt in that first round. They're both looking to pick up where they left off and go for the finish.
What would have you been your advice if you were cornering?
If I was in either man's corner, I would look to keep this fight standing in every way possible. I feel like right now the grappling's cancelling each other out. They're actually, you know, both finding more success on the feet with their striking, with those creative strikes that they're throwing. I'd like to see more volume and more movement from both boys.
Gents, I think we can agree, win, lose or draw, this is the best Highlander we've ever seen.
Indeed.
As far as his progression as a mixed martial artist is concerned. So great to see the improvements really showing here tonight. But tell you what, Dwayne Thaggard certainly doesn't look like a man making his debut.
Andrew's having more luck staying outside the front leg, which is the real key when you're a southpaw. You need to stay outside the front leg. Looked like that body shot wounded him slightly.
I would like to see
He's
Andrew,
back in the game.
I'd like to see Andrew go high with that left kick off the break there. Dwayne is exiting these clinch situations with his hands quite low. There is that option for that high kick there.
Looking for the submission again. Andrew the Highlander. Oh. Bad place to stand and bang.
And a big knee.
Well, there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Dwayne Thaggard getting things done with style points here in his MMA debut. Heartbreaking scenes there for the Highlander, but I tell you what, the spotlight is on Dwayne Thaggard, and what a fantastic debut, gents, as we see the replay here. That the story of that fight really was those stinging right hands down the middle. You touched on it before, Simon, that lead foot positioning so important when it's opposite stances going at it, and we really did see that Dwayne Thaggard win that lead foot position battle.
I thought he used that rear inside leg kick very effectively to set up those shots and to set up that right hand. And both gentlemen just putting so much heart out there into that fight. It was a very exciting fight and really back and forth. They both clipped each other, and yeah, everything you could ask for.
Dwayne, obviously, you know, that was a great performance. You know, making his debut, getting the win like that. He was experienced some early adversity when the Highlander clipped him in round one, but was able to bounce back and implement his game. Obviously, you know, Daniel touched on it before. The Highlander, unfortunate tonight, didn't secure the win, but he showed incredible composure and maturity and almost bravado about him when he was in the cage, and happy to engage in all those avenues, even when he was being clipped, as you touched on, with that right hand.
So, ladies and gentlemen, our referee has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute and 30 seconds of round number 2. Declaring your winner by TKO in the red corner, Dwayne Thaggard.
Well, one thing we can always mention, when you have a night of fights and all of the fights have been finishes so far, that is incredible matchmaking. So, you know, Joel Sepasfari has done a great job tonight with the matchmaking. We've seen a finish in every fight. We've seen absolute action from bell to bell. So that's great work from him and the team. I'm expecting that the trend's going to continue for the rest of the night.
It's certainly been amazing. There's been each fight we've seen has been exciting. We've had finishes. The crowd's really behind the athletes. It's such a nice environment, and I think it is really good to see good matchmaking.
100%. And as a fan of fighting, at the end of the day, that's what we are as well. We're fans of fighting, and to see performances like that.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with our winner, Dwayne Thaggard, getting things done in violent fashion there in the MMA debut. From the very outset of this fight, it was clear that you were very composed in here for someone making their debut. Talk to us about how it felt making the walk for the first time tonight.
Oh, mate, it was awesome, mate. Like, it's been a long time coming. Fuck, it's been a long road. We started like a year ago. Walked into the base, and here we are, you know. Shout out to all the boys at base, our coaches. Like, yeah, I've only been here 12 months, but we work hard, we put in the work.
You certainly got a lot of support here in the building. Before we get to that, though, I would like to touch on the finishing sequence. The right hand was landing almost at will, it looked like tonight, and then obviously it looked like a body shot may have hurt Andrew and then finished him off with the knees. Was that what you saw from your perspective?
Oh, yeah, I mean, I don't really even remember, eh? It's kind of like a shark.
Well, I'll tell you what, you're going to have some fun going back and watching it when you get out the back. Before I let you go, though, I'm sure there's some more people you'd like to thank.
Yeah, shout out to my Damien, Aaron, Zach, all the coaches at base, my missus, my mum and dad, my cousins, all the family, and main shout out to my boy here, Day One shit from West Auckland. he helped me get here.
Well, congratulations. I cannot wait to see you perform again. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Dwayne Thaggard.
Very impressive.